Okay, this video is on a couple milled AK-47s that I have, and I'm going to go over a little bit of history about them, and then I'm going to show you the rifles a little bit more up close. These I had bought probably around 2000. I bought a early 50s Hungarian milled parts kit, and then I bought the Arsenal Bulgaria milled receivers from a different place, and I had shipped them off to Global Trades in Texas when they were still around, and they barreled and head spaced them for me. But a little bit of history about these. These are model SLR-100H, caliber 7.62 by 39. These are Arsenal Bulgaria receivers, and they were imported by Intrac out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And Intrac imported these in 1999 and 2000. And some of these milled Hungarian kits and receivers were built into actual functioning rifles. There was 4 places that made these: Ohio Ordnance, Blue Ridge Arsenal, MSC, and Gordon Technologies. Those were the 4 places that actually built these parts kits and put them on the Bulgarian receivers and sold them. But like I said, I had bought the receivers and the parts kit separately, and I had sent them off to Global Trade to barrel and head space them. But yeah, the Hungarian parts kits are probably early 50s, and definitely, I'm sure, seen military action and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to show you some of the, I'm going to show a little bit more close-up of the rifles themselves. Okay, this one is the wood on these. I refinished them and everything, and I don't know if you can see the. Anyway, that's where it's got the model number and caliber and Arsenal Bulgaria and who imported them. But this one has a checkered wood grip. The other one doesn't. They're both wood grips, but for some reason this one's checkered and the other one isn't. And they also have the vented gas tubes, and this one has the slant muzzle brake. They both came with barrel nuts, which barrel nuts on the other rifle, I'll show you that in a minute. But this one I had put a slant brake on it. Just makes it look more original, I think. But these are fairly different than stamp receivers. A lot of these parts will not fit on a stamped receiver kit. So the milled ones are more difficult to build unless you have, all the equipment to do that. But anyway, this is the other one, and this one also has the vented gas tube, and this one has the muzzle nut on it. And these have been in storage for several years, so there's a couple spots of slight surface rust and everything. But the milled receivers were basically, the whole thing was milled out of a solid block of excuse me, steel. The rails were machined in there and everything, and these don't have a center support like the stamped, just because it's not needed because of the heavy duty hunk of steel that they machined all this goodness out of. But yeah, this one's got the wood grip, but it's not checkered. And this one's more of a, I guess, more of a cherry finish, and the other one's more of a walnut type finish. And I know some of these kits had laminated wood. These I'm not positive. And then the bolt. Nice thick. These do actually feel a little bit heavier than the stamp receiver bolts. But these both were matching parts kits, and these are probably two of my most favorite rifles. And then the return spring. And the top cover, which is just typical. But yeah, these are really, really nice rifles. They are definitely, and obviously, they're heavier than the stamped receivers. But these are just awesome. If you're an AK collector or like AK-47s, then it's almost a must to have a stamp or a milled receiver AK. But anyway, I think that's about it. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask. I'll try to answer anything I possibly can. And thanks for watching, and see ya.